So here's question 3 from May 2012 about the height of a silo. In the vicinity of Simon's school, there stands a silo. Simon and Julia would like to investigate how tall or high the silo is. They agree on situating themselves 50 meters from the silo. They measure the 50 meters by counting steps. Each of Simon's steps are about 85 meters. How many steps does Simon walk in order to measure 50 meters? So 50 meters divided by 0.8 of a meter, because that's what his steps are, gives you 58.82, and I think that's sensible to round that up to 59 steps, because he's not going to be measuring 0.82 of a step. Okay, and then in the next sketch you've got Julia standing 50 meters away and holding up a stick. And in doing this, two right-angled triangles are formed. So you've got the big triangle ABC from where Julia is looking to the silo. But then you've got a smaller right-angled triangle, which is labelled ADE, formed by where she's looking and the stick that she's holding up. Explain why the two triangles are similar. So similar means that they've got the same shape, but they're not necessarily the same size. So they are similar because angle D and angle B are the same, because DE and BC are parallel. Okay, so you've got the stick, which is DE, is parallel with the silo, which is BC. So lines that cross them form angles that are equal. Okay, so D and B are equal to each other because the line that they're on crosses two parallel lines. And the same with E and C at the bottom there. E and C are parallel because they both E and C are both equal because they both cross parallel lines, the silo and the stick. Also, they've told you that it's two right-angled triangles, so E and C, another reason that they're equal is that we've been told that they're both 90 degrees. And the triangles share angle A, so at the point where her eye is, that's the same angle in both triangles that they're sharing. Then it says, how tall or how high is the silo? Okay, so a bit of rough work here. First of all, BC divided by 5,000 equals 30 divided by 60. This is working out part of the height of the silo from similar triangles. So you've got the small triangle with 30 and 60, and you've got the big triangle with something that we'd like to know, and 50 across the bottom. And the 50 is 5,000 centimeters. Okay, so the 30 divided by 60 in the small triangle is going to be the same as BC divided by 5,000 centimeters in the big triangle. So that's why I've written BC divided by 5,000 equals 30 divided by 60. From that, I can multiply both sides by 5,000 and work out that BC is 2,500 centimeters. So the side of the big triangle is 2,500 centimeters. But that's not all of the silo, because you've got this extra 150 centimeters, which is the height from the ground to Yulia's eyes. So you've got to add that on. So the height is the 2,500 for the triangle plus 150 for the height from the ground to her eyes. And that makes 2,650. So I've written that the height is 30 times, well, I've shown here how I got the 5,000, 30 times 50 times 100 divided by 60 plus the 150 makes 2,650 centimeters, and then perhaps it's sensible to convert that to meters, 26.5. Then it says from Yulia's eye to her hand is 60 centimeters. From Yulia's hand to the top of the stick is 30 centimeters. How far is it from Yulia's eye to the top of the stick? So this is a Pythagoras problem. You've got a right-angled triangle with two missing sides, and you'd like the third side. So in rough here, AD squared equals 60 squared plus 30 squared, which is 3,600 plus 900. So AD squared is 4,500. So AD must be the square root of that, and that's about 67.08. So in our neat working, distance is the square root of 60 squared plus 30 squared, 67.08. Yulia and Simon are discussing how they can calculate angle A on the sketch. Yulia claims that angle A is 30 degrees because sine 30 is 30 over 60. Simon claims that it's 27 because tan 26.6 is 30 over 60. Are Simon or Yulia correct in their claim about how angle A can be calculated? Justify your answer. So you might use my little trigonometry flowchart to help you with that. You might not, but let's have a look at it. So you've got the 30 and the 60 that we know, and 30 is opposite in relation to angle A, and 60 is adjacent in relation to angle A. That's called hovedliggende in Danish. So just going back to my flowchart there, you've got in the corner there the things labelled. And when you've got the opposite and the adjacent, it's tan. Okay, so Simon is right. He's using tan. And then I've written, if Yulia wants to use sine, she needs to use DE and AD. So that's DE, the 30, and AD, the hypotenuse, because sine equals opposite over hypotenuse. So in other words, she will have to use sine of A equals 30 divided by 67.8, because we worked out that the hypotenuse was 67.8 earlier. And because they're the opposite and the hypotenuse, she'll be using sine, so she might be using the fact that sine of 27, not 30, 27 is 30 over 67.08. Don't worry too much if you can't get a grip on the trigonometry questions. If you're going for a 12, you'll need to get them right, but they are for making the difference between somebody who's getting a 10 and somebody who's getting a 12. So that's the thing set out neatly with the marks 3, 4, 4, 4, 4.